David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. Part 1. I am born. I was born at Blunderstone in Suffolk. I was a posthumous child, my father having died 6 months before my birth. Here posthumous means a child that his father has died before he was born. On that important Friday afternoon, my poor mother was sitting by the fire, worried and sad, when suddenly through the window she saw a strange lady coming up the garden. This lady, on reaching the house, instead of ringing the bell, came and looked in at the window, pressing her nose against the glass. Pressing يعني تضغط. She gave my mother such a shock يعني صدمة, that I have always been convinced it was because of my Aunt Betsy that I was born on that Friday. She gestured يعني made a sign vigorously, strongly. Means strongly. To my mother to come and open the door. My mother went. Mrs. David Copperfield, I think, said Miss Betsy. Yes, said my mother faintly يعني quiet or يعني بصوت منخفض. Miss Trotwood, said the visitor, Betsy Trotwood. You have heard of me, I dare say. My mother answered that she had. Take off your cap. Cap. Child, said Miss Betsy, and let me see you. Why, dear me, you are just a baby yourself. My mother was no doubt very youthful in appearance. كانت شابة بمظهرها. She hung her head as if it was her fault. Fault means mistake. Poor thing, and said sobbing means crying, that indeed she was just a child widow. Widow يعني أرملة. She was a child widow يعني means she is still young when her husband was dead, and would be a child mother if she lived. Well, said Miss Betsy, and when do you expect this baby? I don't know, said my mother. I am trembling يعني shaking يرتجف with fear. I shall die, I'm sure. No, said Miss Betsy. Have some tea. I have no doubt it will be a girl. I know that it will be a girl now, child, from the moment of the birth of this girl. Perhaps boy. Don't contradict. It means do not say the opposite. From the moment of this girl's birth, child, I intend to be her friend, and I beg you to call her Betsy Trotwood Copperfield. There must be no mistakes in the life of this Betsy Trotwood. She must be well brought up. I will make that my business. Well brought up يعني تربى بشكل جيد, بطريقة جيدة. I will make that my business. Part 2. Later that evening, the doctor came into the living room and said to my aunt in his most polite manner, Well, ma'am, I'm happy to congratulate you. What upon? Said my aunt sharply يعني بحدة. The gentle Mr. Chillip was confused by the harshness يعني الشدة أو الخشونة of my aunt's manner, تصرفها يعني تصرفها الخشن. So he made her a little bow انحنى لها and gave her a smile. Good heavens, cried my aunt impatiently يعني غير صبورة. Can't you speak? Be calm, my dear lady, said Mr. Chillip softly. Be calm. I'm happy to congratulate you. I hear that all went well, ma'am, very well. How is she? Demanded my aunt, folding her arms يعني كتفت إيديها. Well, ma'am, she will soon be quite comfortable, I hope, replied the doctor, as comfortable as we can expect a young mother to be. And she, how is she, said my aunt rudely. Rudely يعني بقسوة أو بخشونة. Mr. Chillip laid his head on one side and looked at my aunt quizzically, questionably يعني بطريقة بتساؤل يتساءل نفسه يعني. The baby, said my aunt. How is she? Ma'am, replied Mr. Chillip. It's a boy. My aunt said not a word, but picked up يعني التقطت her bag, aimed a blow at Mr. Chillip's head with it. Aimed a blow يعني hit him ضربته at Mr. Chillip's head with it, and walked out, hit him with her bag. She vanished and disappeared, اختفت, and never came back. Here are the meanings of some words in this passage. Gestured means made a sign. Vigorously means strongly. Fault, mistake. Sobbing, crying. Trembling, shaking. Quizzically, questioningly. Vanished, disappeared. So here gestured made a sign يعني إشارة. أحد عمل إشارة. Vigorously, strongly, بقوة. Fault means mistake, خطأ. Sobbing, crying, يبكي. Trembling, shaking, يرتجف من الخوف. Quizzically, questioningly يعني بتساؤل. Vanished, disappeared, اختفى. Saying sorry. Complete the conversations with the expressions from the box. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, pardon, excuse me, what? You can use it more than once. Excuse me, can you tell me where the post office is? I'm sorry, you can use here, I'm sorry, I'm a stranger here myself. Number 2. Ouch, that's my foot. I'm so sorry. You can use I'm so sorry. I wasn't looking where I was going. Number 3. Excuse me. What's that creature called? Creature يعني الكائن. What's that creature called? It's a diplodocus. It's a diplodocus. Pardon? A diplodocus? Diplodocus. Thank you very much. Here, diplodocus means dinosaur. A dinosaur. Number 4. I failed my driving test for the 6th time. The answer could be, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Number 5. Excuse me. We need to get past. My little boy isn't feeling well. You can use here, excuse me. Number 6. Do you want your hearing aid? Grandma, hearing aid يعني السماعات للإذن. Pardon? Pardon? Here you can use pardon. I said, do you want your hearing aid? What? What? Can use what? Do you want your hearing aid? You can use I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I can't hear you. I need my hearing aid. Thank you.